Hello, my name is Danny Chambers, and today I'm going to tell you about something you may or may not have heard of. That is the Bermuda Triangle. The world's ocean keeps many secrets. The first among them is the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle, where many ships and airplanes have disappeared in visible time. The legends about this strange area have already been known for about 100 years, but nobody still can explain them. Some major facts about it. Some people also call the Bermuda Triangle the Devil's Triangle. It is located off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. The U.S. Bermuda Triangle covers less than 1.5 million square miles. The three vertices are located in Miami, Florida, the Florida Peninsula, and the mid-Atlantic island of Bermuda. A number of aircraft and surface vessels are said to have disappeared in the triangle under unknown circumstances. It is one of the most heavily traveled shipping lanes in the world. The cause of speculations about the disappearance of ships and airplanes, which happens here too often as a rule, that catastrophes in the sea and air take place very quickly. Some speculation on what happens to the planes and ships. The onboard tools usually fall out, particularly the navigation system, so they don't know where they are. The control system, they can't control their boat or plane. And the communication facilities, they cannot contact others. But here are some views of people on what happens. One is gases and vapors having unknown to science, physical, and chemical properties break out of the cracks on the ocean bottom to the surface of the earth with enormous energy. These properties make magnetic fields, destroying ships and airplanes. When power of these gases and vapors is not great, they do not do any harm, but they can cause hallucinations and delirium. So some origins. In 1942, Christopher Columbus was the most famous person to make his first journey to West Indies. He noticed that his compass, while he was in the Bermuda Triangle, was acting strangely and giving inaccurate readings in the Sargasso Sea. At one point, he saw a first frat hall of fire shoot across the sky and crash into the sea. The earliest allegation of unusual disappearances in the Bermuda area appeared around September of 1950, the first account. The Sands article located in Florida was the first to suggest a supernatural element to the Flight 19 incident. The Deadly Bermuda Triangle, an article written in the Sand, argued that Flight 19 and the other disappearances were part of a pattern of strange events in the region. Another hypothesis about it. The reason for disappearances of ships and airplanes may be the hydrate of methane, which is formed at the depth of more than 300 meters at a temperature of about 2 degrees above zero. The conditions on the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle are just the same. This substance, very unstable and easily turns into gasoline state. The gaseous state, pardon me. Powerful eruption of methane underwater results in churning of it. Another one. The Gulf Stream is an ocean current that originates in the Gulf of Mexico and then through the Straits of Florida into the North Atlantic. In essence, it is a river within an ocean, and like a river, it can and does carry floating objects. A small plane making a water landing or a boat having engine trouble will be carried away from its reported position by the current, as happened to the cabin crew's Witchcraft on December 1967, for example. Now here's Flight 19. On December 5th, 1945, 5 bomber plane TMB-3 Avengers were disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle area. It had just been recently, in 2003, when anyone had disappeared in the triangle. There are still some reported technical difficulties, but to this day, there have not been as many as there were in the past. Before the ships had been lost, or the planes had been lost, none of the ships gave SOS signals before disappearing, so they were not in any danger that they did not know. However, there are some cases when not long before the disappearance, the wireless operator of the ship broadcasted signals as very good or the weather is fine, and then suddenly the broadcasting broke off, like calm before the storm. But a lot of pilots, captains managed to save ships and airplanes. Everybody tells that they saw a lot of vertical clouds. Electric facilities failed to work inside, and people lost orientation. The Bermuda Triangle has been under learning since around 1950. It is impossible to describe all the hypotheses explaining mysterious events in this research work, which takes place in Bermuda. But we can continue the scientific work on this subject because we have a lot of material to study.